Hey everybody, it's Jeff Horn, author of the Special Divorce Guide for New Jersey Police Officers. You can't see me because today I'm here with my two good friends, Sean and Bill from Financial Alternatives. They were kind enough to write in our Experts Corner regarding Special Divorce Guide for New Jersey Police Officers. So I'm just going to throw it to them and have them say hello, and then we're just going to quickly run through some of the good stuff that they shared with us in our Special Divorce Guide for New Jersey Police Officers.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan.
And I'm Bill Berg.
All right, that was not a very exciting introduction from these guys. They're financial planners, they know their stuff. Let's talk about the whole idea of financial planning for a police officer and his or her family. They get divorced, they need to make a plan. What's first?
Well, one of the first things we usually advise people is to not to make any major decisions in the first 6 months after a divorce. Don't go through and sell your house or buy a house or cash out your 401k for some reason. Usually you let the dust settle for the 6 months is usually what we tell people. Don't make any major decisions immediately after a divorce. Second part of that is to recalibrate your planning and get organized. Make sure you have your financial statements in order. Try to revisit your objectives, both savings and retirement planning. If you have kids, oftentimes you have to look at the 529 plans and what you want to do for any sort of college savings. But a lot of it is let the dust settle and get organized.
What we find is in that first 6 months, people tend to make more emotional based decisions, and maybe looking back, they may be, hey, maybe I shouldn't have done that. So that's why we say that 6 months, kind of take a cooling off period, use that time to recalibrate, like you said, your financial plan and your goals, which could also be different at this point too.
I'm glad you said that, Bill. When you say things you shouldn't have done, what goes wrong? What do folks do wrong when they come out of divorce?
One of the most common things that we see is the divorce not actually being implemented. So making sure the beneficiaries on life insurance policies, annuities, retirement plans, oftentimes don't get changed following a divorce. So it's very common that we see a spouse come in and they still have their ex-wife listed, and it could have been years after the divorce. So the other part of that is, it's making sure the 401k plans or any sort of pension, which are often directed by what's called a quadro order that comes out of the divorce as part of the divorce decree, but there's a whole set of steps that you need to take to get that implemented. So oftentimes people don't, it's frankly common to come in and say, well, you still are not listed here, or your husband or ex-husband, ex-wife, whatever it is, still listed on those pension plans or retirement plans. So make sure the divorce gets implemented the way you intended to.
And I say it's so, like Sean was saying, it's super common to have people come in, and we know someone not that long ago who they were like, well, Ed, who's the beneficiaries of my life insurance policy? And it's like, yeah, it's XYZ, and they're like, it's my ex-wife, we have been married in 10 years, and they almost throw up.
Another great segue, because insurance is a big piece of a lot of divorces. Sometimes folks have to carry life insurance for the kids or their ex-spouse, or they've got health insurance together, car insurance together, all sorts of things like that. How does that get impacted in divorce, guys?
I mean, basically, you have to revisit everything. You might have been planning for a family before, now it's just you, or now your residence has changed. So I always find it in my own personal life, every year or two, you got to revisit your car and your homeowners. But more importantly, in this case, your life insurance, your needs have changed and why you would need it. The disability insurance also has to be revisited, and the health insurance is front and center for everybody. And you need to look at that and make sure that you have the correct coverages in place, and it's just everything has to get recalibrated from now.
And it kind of ties in with the larger point of make sure you have some type of plan, but as far as we tied it back into that 6 month rule, use that 6 months to reevaluate these different types of insurance. Don't go canceling them or changing them necessarily within 6 months. Just use that time to recalibrate it.
All right, that is great stuff, guys. Thank you so much for coming in, for sharing your wisdom and your thoughts with our New Jersey police officers. Anybody wants to check out the guide, you can find that on our website, on our resource page at hornlawgroup.net.